Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? Well, today you'll have a test. This is the test that you've already taken before. You're going to be taking it again. It is online, and it's also digitally on the Google Classroom. So the first thing, if you're watching this video, this is going to kind of give you some formulas, which I think are important for you. I'm not going to post them online. I'm not going to post pictures of it. I'm just basically showing it to whoever's watching the video. So, if we look on here, what we have is on the first one, asked you for the greatest momentum. So, the only thing you're going to do is P, which is, of course, is your momentum. You're going to take your mass times your volume, and you're going to see which one has the most. Number 2, person sitting in a chair, and with the wheels up, chasing the chair to roll backwards across the floor, the momentum of the chair. Well, you just choose the answer based on that. Number D, number 3. Whoop, I gave you the answer. You have a 0.2 kilogram baseball. It pitches at a velocity of 40 meters per second. And then it battles the pitcher with the velocity of 60 meters per second. What is the magnitude? So I gave you the mass, the volume, the velocity final, and then I showed you what the formula is. So the only thing I do is take that number, and then you're going to multiply that by our velocity initial final, which is this number, and subtract it by our velocity initial, which is that number. Number 4, you're just basically the following statements properly relate to the variable in the equation, and it's asking you about the equation here. Number 5 just basically says 2 objects with different masses collide. What happens, do you think? 6 is another scenario, and go back to when it triples with the what happens with the momentum, what's going on here. Number 7, just straightforward answer. 8, well, we've talked about it already. They stick together. What kind of collision is that? And number 9 is asking you about two-body collisions and what's happening. Number 10 is just the pitcher's first pitch is fastball, okay? And it just gives you scenario. Number 11 is a scenario, but here is the really important stuff. And so what you can do on this video, I do believe you can pause it so that you can write this information down. So what I have done on questions number 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, I have pretty much gave you the variables, and I've also given you the equation that you're going to use. So I think this is really going to help with that. We've done these before, almost not exactly the problems, but similar problems. So you should have no problem writing it out. Now, my expectation is if you do it online, I would prefer if you would show your work. How do you do that? Well, you can type it in the best you can online and submit it to me. And when you do submit your test, if you would please make sure that you send me a message back on Google Classroom to let me know you're done, so I can get on there, because there are some things I have to look at to find out if you get full credit or not. If you are doing it online and you don't really know how to type it in online, then may I suggest you write on a piece of paper and send it to me when you send me and tell me that that you are finished. So I'm hoping that this test, and I'm really excited to see how different this test is going to be compared to the test that you took before you left. Other thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about makeup work. I have sent some people a progress report, and if you want one, I'll send it to you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I am going to go in and look at the rotations that we did before we left, and then I'm going to put those grades in also. And when I get done with that, if you want a finalized grade report, or better yet, I can send it to you what your grade is. I can do that also. What should I do first? Should I do makeup work first, or should I do the test first? Well, my suggestion to you is do the test and the makeup work. Anytime that you have a free time and you want to improve your grade. Now, when these grades go in and I send them in and they finalize them, there's nothing I can do about changing it. So please find a way to try to make up your makeup work and finish this test. Okay? Now, online, I have given you until 6 o'clock in the morning to finish this test. As you can tell, it's a very short test. It's not very long. So either online, or you can just write out your answers on a piece of paper, or print off the test and write your answers in. Those are your three options. Thank you for all the positive things that you have given me. I really miss you a lot. I can't wait, hopefully, to get back to school soon, but who knows what's going to happen. And so what I'm going to try to do is make as much possible for you to kind of get you an experience before you get ready to go to college. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for listening.